2, 3. Howdy everyone, you are at musicwithryan.com. I am of course Ryan, and for today's lesson I'm going to go over a very popular Christmas carol, Silent Night. I'm going to do this in the Carter style in the key of C, and just a very straightforward melody for you beginners out there with just a little bit of down up, little down up picking that is. But other than that, yeah, very straightforward in the Carter style. And so this is just a preview lesson of the full length version. If you hop over to my website, you can get the full-length version at about 20 minutes of video, 4 practice tracks, and PDF tabs. Okay, and they'll walk you through everything with close-ups of the left and right hands, and everything's marked out. Pick direction, right hand markings, or I should say left hand markings. So anyway, let's go ahead and start walking through this beginner arrangement for Silent Night. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and walk through Silent Night in the Carter style, and I'm going to play the first 5 measures here for you, and then we'll break them down. So 1, 2, 3. One more time. 2, ready, go. Alright, so those first couple measures, so you just kind of have to move this second finger back and forth. Again, Carter style, staying in that C position a lot, and it starts with the open G string, and then down, and then the next 8th note is going to be an upstroke, and you got to move your second finger down a string to the A, or to the G string on the 2nd fret, making an A note. That'll be your upstroke. So one, 2, and 3. So you got that note right there on the 2nd fret of the G is on the upstroke. So that's a little tricky. Don't always do some of that syncopated stuff in the Carter style playing, but for this arrangement, the melody kind of needed that. 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. And the second measure is rather easy. Just a quarter note on the D string and then down, up, down. Or 2 and 3. So those 2 measures again, 2, 3. And again, when I'm strumming, I'm usually just kind of hitting the bottom 3 or 4 strings. Not doing necessarily across the whole chord. Kind of cleans up that chord a little bit. So yeah, I got that upstroke on the 2nd fret of the G there. Up, down, down. And the next 2 bars is much the same. It is the exact same. Same exact thing. I'll play the 4 bars then for you. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then I'm going to go to my G chord here for a couple measures, and I'm going to play G like this. Again, you can play G like this, or some people play it like that. For this spot, in this arrangement, I would do G like that. If you haven't, I fold G. Some people call it G5. But yeah, a couple different ways to play that chord. And I'm going to sound the B string. And a quarter note, 2/8 notes, and a quarter note. 1, 2, and 3. And it's all in that melody notes on the B string there. So those 5 measures, 1, 2, 3. So it's a little bit of a big jump from that C to that G, playing G in that position with them fingers. But it's slow enough where I think you can make the jump, and then I can get this B note here a little easier. I'm sorry, the D note on the B string. So yeah. And I added a little hammer on there on the D string. You can do that if you want. It's not written there, but gives it a little extra. It's just kind of splitting that quarter note in half and making an 2/8 notes out of it. But again, I'm just gonna do what's written. Thought I'd just give you a little extra something that you could work on if you can catch that. So let's move on.